There was a time in my life where music was everything to me. Like most artistically inclined people, I'm passionate and opinionated about it. So it's a good thing that music videos are such a viable path to making a name for yourself as a director and DP. Enter Lone Wild, a synth-rock band from Tulsa, Oklahoma, and one of the weirdest videos I've made to date. And that's saying something. My name's Bobby, and this is Stoke Shed.
Ready to make a movie today?
So ready to make a movie today.
I eat a lot of food. I'm your obnoxious friend who often orders 2 entrees, and I take big bites. I also talk with food in my mouth constantly, but that's neither here nor there. Well, I have the same habits with music videos. From Black and Gold to Baby Baby Baby, and now Stranger Ways, I try to cram more narrative into 3 to 4 minutes than probably belongs there, to varying degrees of success. This video is chock full of story sequences, and in the same amount of production time, we probably could have shot a 10-minute short film, and maybe should have, but I think we pulled it off, thanks to our largest contingent yet of gullible stooges. Unpaid labor. Friends. And here's how we did it. If the title wasn't on the nose already, Netflix's Stranger Things was a huge inspiration for Ashkan Karimi's lyrics in Stranger Ways. Lone Wild already has a retro aesthetic and a synth-heavy dance rock kind of sound, so the shoe fit. Wait a second, alright, start to reach. Oh god.
I can't walk. You walk like a champ. Oh God!
When he and I met to start talking about video concepts, we knew that whatever we did, it needed a VHS late 80s vibe and a guy in a suit. Like a monster suit, not like a suit. Then we ended up putting the monster in a suit too, so. Our story starts with the dreaming Ashkan stumbling onto a strange artifact and inadvertently waking up with it in the real world. He's pursued by the artifact's extra-dimensional protector, played by David Mainprize, who's also my stunt coordinator, until he regains his prize, returns to his true form, and crashes the band's Halloween show to visit some carnage on the unsuspecting house guests. If that's not a setup I can sink my teeth into, I don't know what is. Carnage. We built our narrative around a couple of moments that we knew we wanted to include. There had to be a transformation sequence, which would require some wizardry from one of my favorite people who ever lived, Seth Bark. We'll circle around to him later. Another was a fight scene with the alien pursuer. I love shooting action, and David is amazing to have on set, so I knew this would be solid either way. So in order to get the beats down, we did some test shoots at the gym just to see how we wanted to shoot it.
It's better for you.
I'm a huge believer in location and production design. What you put in front of the camera is always the most important thing, and that definitely means you have to have cool sets. We were really lucky to get to shoot at a few great spaces here in Tulsa. First of all, Shuffle's Board Game Cafe were gracious enough to let us set up and shoot one Sunday night in front of their board game wall. This was the perfect place to shoot this scene, except for the giant counter that runs down the middle of the room. This limited our angle options considerably for shooting this fight scene, but I still think it turned out dope, mostly because David and the band did an awesome job of making it feel real fun.
I cannot do this. Woo! I thought you were dead. You know what's also ridiculous is I stood up and I stepped on this and definitely just choked myself.
Okay, good. What did you say? What happened? You keep choking yourself, buddy. Yes.
Fair warning, if you hire me to shoot a fight scene, be prepared to get hit. A lot. Sorry, guys. Our other big win here was this incredible house in Owen Park. It's on the Tulsa Historic Registry, and we were lucky enough to know the owner, Josh Ritchie, and to be shooting when he happened to be selling it, meaning that it was unoccupied and sparsely furnished already. Perfect for setting up our fake house party. Something that we needed to keep in mind with the location was that the room not only had to look cool, but it also needed enough room to fit our stage, which Aaron made from some currently unused platforms at our gym, Conquer Fitness. I knew this room was perfect as soon as I saw the big frosted windows and chunky blinds, which were just what Dr. Frankenstein ordered for shining a 2K par light through. We shot the opening sequence in the house as well. To get a bit of glow in through the windows, we shot the stairs scene during the day and then stuck around till it got dark to finish the rest of the shots to get the exact light we wanted. In order to keep from having to do too much work in post, I actually shot this a little bluer on the day just by pulling the color temperature of my camera over a little bit more towards like 6000K. This put a blue tint over everything and just kind of gave us some of that dreamy look right in camera without having to really do anything afterwards in post-production. Speaking of post-production, I graded this in the new Film Convert Nitrate, and I'm gonna do a video on it soon because I absolutely love this tool for getting a cool look right out of the gate. I sent some dumb sketches to Seth with some ideas I had for the aliens features. He started with this mask from Amazon, and then he created the rest around it with latex to give us something unique just for this film.
So this is actually two masks that I put together. One's underneath to give it structure because I hate to see a mask flop around because it just gives it away. And the other is just a regular rubber mask that see there's actually like a skeleton underneath and I've modified it. You see the skeleton poking through in a few places. The hair's gonna poke through in the top to look like a nasty mange look. And I actually hand wired these lights in here.
The Seth Park.
So they're just tiny LEDs hot glued to the back of a plexiglass disc, but it's like the wire is all running in here and goes to this battery pack. And there you go. This is actually, so the creature's gonna have spikes as per Bobby's request. And I modified these suspenders and some fake skin. There's a metal plate in there that holds these real buffalo horns together. And if you can imagine, like, in the transformation scene, something poking through the back of the jacket, oh no! And it's this, and then he's skulking around, mask and all.
Seth made it all custom except for the gloves, which we got from a Halloween store for $15. I love Halloween stores. I love them so much.
This thing is tight.
David is fantastic at bringing magic out of discomfort.
So whenever we do one of these films, I basically just find somebody, spend months, years nurturing a friendship. And then as soon as I've gained their trust, I say, hey, do you want to be in a movie with me? And I share them my passion and my vision for the film. Then what I do is I just torture them. I just put them in masks so they can't breathe, or take a bunch of hair from a wig, wet it down, cover it in goo, put it in their own hair, and then make them pull it out and just yell at them the whole time, screaming, you're worthless, you'll never amount to anything, you should make movies.
This was a lot of work for literally 1 second.
Still, shooting the alien scenes proved to be the biggest challenge of the whole video. For the transformation sequence, David donned the suit as originally planned, but he was out of town on the weekend at the house party shoot, so our good buddy JP filled in. The problem is that he's a lot taller than David, and the mask was really tight for him, which meant that it read on camera beautifully, but it was hard to see and breathe in.
Gravity! I can't see it! I can't see it! I'm like, take the
Furthermore, it was super hot in that house. In order to keep it fogged up, the air conditioning had to be shut off and all the doors kept closed. Sorry, I guess I mostly just torture people on shoots. Speaking of, huge thank you to all of you extras who dressed up and endured the heat for some bottled water, a beer, and a couple slices of cheap pizza to make this scene look legit. Like everything we've done so far, we did this whole thing for next to nothing except the sheer joy of making something weird and fun. And to everyone who gave your time to this production, or any other one we've done, thank you so much. You don't need a lot of money to make something like this happen. We spent less than $1,000 all told on this production, and there's nothing we did here that was particularly fancy that you couldn't do with your phone, some work lights, some latex and spirit gum, and enough time and dedication to the project to see it through to the end. Really, that's all there is to it. This happened because a cool band took a chance on a few of us dummies, and I hope more than anything that watching it makes your day a little better and that you're inspired to go out and do something that you love to do and make the world a weirder, more interesting place by being yourself and making cool art. Also, Lone Wild, let me do Danger Cat next. Please! Thank you guys so much for sticking around. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed this. Click around on the channel to find some more weird filmmaker-y stuff, and until next time, keep it weird.